listen to me, but it's listen to me, honey. And then the ADC is Miss Robinson, and the support is Eriku. Good enough.
That's
so
funny.
we are into the picks and bans, and yes, I do love the listen to me, honey, because they do play Lee Sin. We actually had them play Lee Sin last week's Scrim Gym, so excited to see if they decide to play it again or not. We are into the picks and bans, and I'm not really sure which team is favored. I actually want to say that Five Finger Cactus Plants, their matchup is overall favored a little bit better. However, we've seen some pretty big chat support for Asian Invasion, and so maybe we'll see something spicy out of them. Their names definitely seem a bit more professional, so maybe with those names they'll find themselves some professional success, as a couple of assassins, the Akali and Rengar, taken away, and the Talia seems to be a premier ban as it is game number 2, and we already have a second Talia ban as well.
It'll be interesting to see if they pull a Jarvan ban, because I've been seeing a lot of Jarvans in the jungle as of lately, just being extremely strong, adding in that pressure, and Sejuani is, so that's definitely something to watch out for. And Nautilus supports are still insanely strong, so we'll definitely see what they pick here. Looks like they banned out a Poppy, and they obviously banned out the Lee Sin. So it doesn't look like Lee Sin to me, honey, is going to be playing him.
Well, the interesting thing is that it's that team that banned away the Lee Sin, so obviously they really didn't want their jungler playing it, and they have something else in mind. And that's really what the fun part about all of this for us, is kind of seeing the mind games between the teams. We just saw last game, SPK ran something that is very similar to the hyper-aggression that they've run before. They really like those big 5v5 fights, and they got counter-pick banned by the side of Why Are You Running. Great counter selected and great win condition that was played to by Why Are You Running. And so when teams start to get a bit more comfortable playing a singular style that they found success with before, that's when other teams can start to come in and be like, oh, I see what you're doing, let me bring in a little bit of a counter. So the Kled gets locked in as first pick by Asian Invasion, which makes a lot of sense considering how dominating he is, even in the LCS scene. He is a massive, massive champion for Five Finger Cactus Plants. They're going to respond. I like it with the Morgana because that Black Shield can counter a lot of his initial engage, and the Bear Trap on the rope hook that can make things a lot more difficult if you drag somebody into the team.
Yeah, and I like to see that Evelyn out. Evelyn is insanely strong right now. They did just put in that you can gain vision on the pink wards from Evelyn in the jungle, so that'll be interesting to see how much vision they can gain, how Evelyn will react to that, change her pathing around depending on warding systems, and get in for those ganks. So I'm really excited to see that. Like, I played a league game not that long ago, and I just got decimated over and over again by an Evelyn. So that's just scary to see on the boards right now.
So that assassin still going to come in, still be played. The question is, what are the targets for this Evelyn? And if you don't get ahead, if you're not snowballing, if you really fall behind, it's very difficult to get back into the game as that jungler because you can be bullied out. Speaking of bullies, that Hecarim going to be locked in by Asian Invasion. They're also going to grab the Azir as well. A lot of front-loaded damage. The Kled, the Hecarim charging on in. You also have Azir that can send his soldiers forward into battle to be able to stab away at the enemy team. So a lot of forward damage. We don't have any major tanks coming out, but maybe their plan is, you know what, we're not even going to worry about tanks. If we kill you before you get a chance to respawn, we don't need tanks, as Five Finger Cactus Plants continue to pick up some purpley champions with the Jinx locked in for their AD carry.
Yeah, but there's still opportunity for them to pick up a beefy champion. Is Morgana going to be played mid, or is Morgana going to be a support? That's going to be interesting, because it looks like they're going to be doing a trade-off, if I'm not mistaken here. So I'm assuming Morgana is going to be mid, leaving a tank support open for the bot lane, as well as a beefy top lane still.
Well, we could see a beefy top lane, we could see something else. When you have that Kled, sometimes you can kind of go counter aggression, something like we just saw in last game with Camille. This is, you know what, bruiser into bruiser, let's make it a skill matchup, see which one of us can do a little bit better. They could try to grab themselves something like that. You could also, I suppose, run something like a Riven, even though that's a very hit or miss. And there's that Gangplank, which could be played into Kled just for that late game farming. He survives the laning phase, gets out with OK, and then runs the Klepto for just grabbing as much farm as possible, and then the late game can really start to take over. But nope, Kled, or the Gangplank, excuse me. I was picking every other G champion in the game first. My brain was just going Graves and all these other Blade Masters from TFT. The Gangplank banned away, won't be coming in, so we see a Shen locked in. Now this is really interesting because it could be Shen support like we saw from, I believe it was SPK Embers last week. No, it wasn't SPK Embers, it was the other team last night that played, and I'm going to lose their name. But anyway, they ran a Shen support. And so we could see Shen support, we could see Shen top lane, we could see Morgana support, we could see Morgana mid lane. Still some flexibility from 5-figure Cactus Plants.
I think my guess is going to be a Yuumi support because Jinx has a TP up on the board. So I'm assuming that they're going to pick up a Yuumi with a Ignite heal. And I don't know what is happening because the Evelyn, there's 3 TPs going on the board. I'm not sure if they just haven't changed their sums yet.
No, very quickly, let's explain that. But most people on the stream won't be able to see it because the graphics are designed to be able to block away those spells, so you actually can't see that happening right now. The players are in LCS order. So the players aren't going to swap around, the champions are going to swap around. So even though Gabrielle is currently sitting on that Jinx, it will be swapped over to Miss Robinson to play that Jinx. Now, obviously, Miss Robinson, you guys can't see, is sitting on that TP at the moment. But another thing is that oftentimes people that want to just say, you know what, you don't know what lane I'm going in, if it is being streamed, will sit on the TP flash or something like a TP exhaust, just to kind of say, you never really know where I'm going. And then as it gets down to the 20-second mark or something, they'll swap over to the spells they actually care about. And then there's also potentially a graphical issue in which we could see those graphics get swapped around because sometimes for spectator it doesn't always update on the fly. So at the moment, this is also something coming out. 5-figure Cactus Plants hit me up previously and they said, is it okay if we have players swap position in game? So they actually, as long as they're playing the same roster, it's basically as if you have a lane swap, but between 2 other players. So Eriku, who is traditionally their support in this particular game, they obviously said, you know what, we need an Evelyn player for whatever reason, however this composition works out for themselves. So we're going to send Eriku as the support into the jungle and instead have Listen to Me Honey as that supportive Morgana with IE Orange taking that Shen into the top lane. So some spiciness coming out between both teams. And now that we have the full teams locked in, their full composition seen, what are your thoughts overall as the Yuumi was picked up but on the side of Asian Invasion?
This is going to be interesting. We have the Kled going in with that hard engage, and because of that, Hecarim didn't really necessarily need to pick up that Ghost. So now Hecarim has an extra bonus damage with the Ignite, and it is going to definitely rely more on the Kled engages and the movement speed there, as well as we have an Azir that has that hard engage with the wall. And to top it all off, Yuumi can pop on Kled, pop on Hecarim, pop that ulti, just go hard in to 5-finger Cactus Punch. But the thing about that is they have the disengage, they have Cassiopeia that can just ulti CC the team, they have Morgana that can shield and deter some of that, and they have disengage from Evelyn ulti, and Shen that can be a meat shield and just dash in and taunt. So their team comp is definitely going to be based around peeling for the Jinx, helping the Jinx get big, helping Evelyn get big, and really just focusing on that peeling game because Cassiopeia has that movement speed and she can just definitely peel herself there. So it's going to be interesting to see that. Well, you know, and Zaya has that ulti for the feathers, so to top it all off, all the combinations, the wombo combo, and then Zaya could just come in, pull those feathers, and do a cleanup crew. So it'll be interesting to see how each team plays out. One's more of a hard engage and one's more of a disengage.
Yeah, the disengage is really that interesting thing from the 5-figure Cactus Plants because there's options when it comes to that disengage, or like we just saw last game with the side of why are you running, you could also in theory engage with it. You could have Shen jumping forward with those taunts, you could have Morgana landing the Dark Binding, setting up for the Evelyn Charm, setting up for the Jinx roots with the Flame Chompers, and you could have that response as well. And so the team that has options usually is the team that can play a little bit better if they play to those strengths and kind of pick and choose those fights very carefully. That said, once again, the team with the aggression, the team with the charging Kled and Hecarim diving forward, Azir looking to knock someone back with the Emperor's Divide, that's the team that if they start to get snowballing, it is a mountain to try to, you have to have a mountain to stop the snowball from crashing because it is just going to be incredibly hard to stop a team with the potential for engage after engage after engage after engage like the Kled and the Hecarim. Hecarim to just keep going forward. So we'll see if that comes down to it. But to the bottom lane specifically, Jinx versus Xayah. Xayah, I think, has a little bit more early game damage, but isn't paired with the Rakan, and that makes me a little bit concerned, because if, normally speaking, let me just say this one more thing, because I know I'm talking for a bit long here. If it's a Yuumi and Sivir that's paired together, Sivir's going to have the spell shield to deal with a Morgana Dark Binding, something of that nature. However, because it's Xayah, pre-6, if Morgana lands a Dark Binding, that should be the Xayah taking a huge amount of damage, maybe even dying, because Morgana Dark Binding into Jinx Flame Chompers is enough CC with enough sustained damage between those two. They should be able to chunk at least the Xayah down, maybe if they catch out Yuumi as well. So I'm a little bit concerned about the bottom lane for Asian Invasion.
Yeah, Asian Invasion, it definitely looks like they have the stronger point on the Xayah, like you said, with the damage, but since they don't have that Rakan combo, they have the Yuumi, forcing Xayah to kind of solo lane, makes her, have to dodge those snares. If she lands in a Morgana snare, it might be deadly, because Morgana is a very strong support right now. She has a lot of AP, and she's usually banned out, so it's interesting to see that she has been put into this game and, picked up like that.
Alright, so now we are setting up for game number 2, and, okay. Did my stream die? Or no? Nope, doesn't seem like the stream died.
No,
it's just
die.
my preview that errored. Alright, I got an error on my Twitch preview. It kind of came up and was just like, hey, we can't show this video anymore. And I was like, oh no, did the stream die? But no, we're good. We are good, and we are into game number 2, or round number 2, I should say. So let's jump on in. We saw some fun action level 1 between the two teams last game. We might see some level 1 shenanigans here, as there is that Morgana that could potentially find some Dark Bindings. We are going to go ahead and swap those players around, even though Eriku is the support for the side of 5-Figure Cactus Plants now playing in the jungle. Just to make it easier on us for the analysis, we're going to go ahead and swap those players around. We'll see what they can actually do.
And what time are you at, Jake? I'm at 38 right now.
Oh, you're very far behind me, and that's fine. I'll go ahead and slow down a little bit and try to pair up, because I'm sitting at 55. And
alright, I'll catch up to you at 55. And there we go. I'm good.
Okay, what are you at right now? Count it up, because I actually was just in slowed. I wasn't actually paused.
59. So.
Oh, now I'm already up to 104. So I'm gonna pause and just start counting. Count when you start. Count up.
Oh, so you're at 104 then?
No, I went up to 106 and I've paused at 106.
All right.
So are you at 106? Oh,
yeah.
1.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, we should be close enough. If there is some other issue, then we'll go ahead and pause again. Just press the plus button. Sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't. So the problem is that if you're the player that's behind, if your computer starts reading the data that far behind, your computer just doesn't have the information to actually speed forward. If you're the person that loads in early and is slowed, then it's not as much of a problem, because sometimes I get slowed and I'll hit the speed up boost to kind of catch up to where we should be, because I'm running 10,000 things on my computer, and so that usually means my computer's like, hey, we got a small hiccup here or there, and I just speed up to catch back up to where you are. Might have some level 1 shenanigans as Yuumi gets set forward. Oh, that's a great Q. However, they found the Dark Binding onto the Xayah. Not going to get more than a couple of pokes. Good choice by Forbidden to throw that Prowling Projectile under the brush just to check. It doesn't hurt to check. No blind face check there.
Sorry, mine was bugging out, and I'm at 227. I don't know why it did exactly what you said. We're explaining.
Jumping around. Well, I'm at 211, 212, 213, 214, 215, 216. How are we doing? 17, 18, 19, 20.
I'm at 220.
22. Okay, close enough. Again, close enough is all we need to get to within 1 second of each other. Should be fine. A little bit of play on the top side. Kled finding a nice advantage over I8Orange just when it comes to that health and using that early game power that Kled has. He also has that Scarl to reset things if things get a little bit too hot for him as well. There was the early game ward dropped, I believe, by the Hecarim, catching sight of the Evelyn. So the side of Asian Invasion know where Eriku is, running through at least towards that bottom side jungle. They've got some Prowling Projectile damage down onto Morgana. Just that poke. Just that poke, harass. And both teams farming away.
And that's the thing, if Xayah can stay out of the snare, the Yuumi can deny the poke from the pool with Yuumi shield and just heal up for a long time. So if they play safe and just sustain, they can sit there and farm and outscale this Jinx. And that is their win condition in the bot lane. So that's exactly what they need to do. One misstep, one mishap, and it's all over in the bot lane for Zaya and Yumi. So it's going to be a high pressure, high position lane for sure. And it looks like the Evelyn is going to get that first scuttle, getting that vision control into the river. Looks like she's going to maybe look into invading the Hecarim jungle, but unfortunately it's already taken up by the Hecarim. Hecarim's cleared out the other jungle, and I think he might rotate up to the top, maybe for a potential gank here.
Their pings around that mid lane is here, though. Oh, all right. You didn't actually see it, but he took the slide and glide with the soldiers back to the turret, so he's fine. In the bottom side, Miss Robinson chunked under 200 health. So is Klexo, however, that Yumi gonna have lots of heals to use once it comes off cooldown. Not that much mana, though. Hit by the dark binding. The Jinx is gonna find a zap. They're just poking and shoving backwards. So potions continue to be chugged by the bottom side of Asian Invasion. Quick note, though, that Scuttlecraft was grabbed by the Evelyn earlier. There is an Infernal Drake up in 50 seconds, so it is so nice to already have control over the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, that early Evelyn rotating down early, getting those ward controls. There's going to be the Inferno back up in 30 seconds, so that's going to be really huge for them to get that burst damage, get those extra stats for the early game edge.
Excuse me, sorry. Orange almost going to that top side, dropped to almost 100 health as Kled found a nice combo. However, he was able to dash away, and now he's trying to bait I'm So Cute, who doesn't have that scroll. He's trying to build up that courage again. Here comes Eriku. If they can find the charm, this might be a kill over. The Shen's not going to find the dash, but they still got that charm. A couple of those Qs coming out from the Evelyn should be able to get one more off. It's on cooldown. The auto attack comes through. Was considering giving it to Shen, but the risk was too much. First blood to 5-figure Cactus plants his jungler.
Yeah, that's not going to be good, especially Evelyn getting first blood. That's going to give her a slight gold advantage, a slight gold difference, and she's already a very powerful champion in this season right now, so that's not going to be good for Hecarim at all, and he does not have that ghost, so he won't have as much map mobility early on in the game that he needs to catch up to that. As far as CS goes in the lane, it looks like it's pretty even on the boards here. I would say the only difference is between Evelyn and Hecarim. Hecarim does have like 5 or 10 more CS than her, but she does have that kill. So he is keeping up in CS, trying to get ahead to keep up with that gold bonus that she just received.
And this is even extra spicy. She started that Dark Seal, so she's gonna be looking to just deal the burst damage. It's no Bruiser AP Evelyn this time around. It is full-on Assassin Evelyn looking for those kills, and they might be able to find some more around the Infernal Drake. It's actually being, I believe, started up by the Hecarim. Yeah, he's starting it up solo and alone.
Oh, yeah,
Morgana and the Evelyn gonna be walking on in. Doubtful, what can you do? He doesn't have flash available. He tries to smite the Infernal, but it's way too late. The Infernal was just burning him away.
What?
Morgana finds the kill. They can now grab the Infernal for themselves. The 5-figure Cactus plants, they are just finding lead after lead.
What was his thought process there to get that dragon? Like, he's only level 5. That takes so much damage for Infernal early. And it was warded up by the red team, so they were easily able to rotate and ping out and collapse on him and get that kill on double full.
And if
or doubtful, sorry.
Doubtful. Yep. Hold on. A little bit of play on the bottom side. Miss Robinson might be a little bit of trouble. The feathers come out. It's going to be good. Didn't matter the spell shield by Morgana because it is just knife feathers for the Jinx. She will drop some 1 kill back to Asian Invasion, but as you were saying, that Hecarim's so aggressive and so unnecessary considering he didn't have flash, he didn't have his ultimate get over the wall, there was no escape plan whatsoever. Maybe just hoping the enemy team didn't see him walk in, but the Scuttlecraft was controlled by 5-figure Cactus plants, so there was just so much information that should have told him that it was a bad idea. Regardless, he does get caught out, goes down, Infernal Drake to 5-figure Cactus plant. And they've got themselves continuing a small lead, but it's very small at the moment. Only 200 gold, especially with that Jinx falling on the bottom side.
Not only that, but even when Doubtful went in, he doesn't even have any type of escape because he has Ignite Smoke. So he had to be extremely confident and be able to solo that dragon, or at least expect his team to rotate down and fight, and none of that seemed to happen there, unfortunately. Hopefully there can be some better decision making for the side of Asian Invasion.
Oh, this better decision making might be the top side. Devil has that red up for the slow slot. I8 Orange tries to dash underneath the turret, but they're going to find themselves a nice kill up there. Take down the Shen. No Evelyn to help out at the moment. The Eriku is going to come join top side now. Solo. Might be too late though to find much. Jumps onto Hacker.
Oh
She's got a rep of himself. Oh, the damage is good. That's assassin comp for you. Okay, excuse me. Eriku says, you know what? Who needs to fight 1v2 when I can just insta-kill one of you?
And that's the thing about Evelyn right now. She's so strong. She's only she just hit level 6 and she was able to instant kill Hecarim from full HP and just decimate him and walk away under turret without even being scared of Kled. Oh, she's going to be a definitely dangerous target. She has 2 kills in her pocket now. She has 5 stacks on her Dark Seal ring, and that's also going to give her a lot of AP. If she dies, though, she's going to lose that big risk, big reward kind of build.
That is exactly right. We'll see what happens, though, if she does play those bigger risks and end up falling because of it. As we are going to have, as you said, that level 6 for the Evelyn, but we also have that level 6 now for the Hecarim. Ultimates coming in on all lanes. The Morgana ticks over 6, and that makes ultimates for everyone in the game. So now's when things start to get a little bit more spicy because those bigger spells can come out. That Shen dropped early on the top side, but he's going a very defensive build, already picking up that Thorn Mail, or the Bramble Vest, if you will, in that top side. So he knows he's in a little bit of trouble. He knows he's just going tank. There's the Emperor's Divide from the Azir. The Azir. That's Eriku in trouble. And the ultimates are good. 2 ultimates for the Evelyn, but you get the shutdown gold over the Azir. Now playing the bottom side. This final chapter from Yumi's going to be called. Feathers coming in and root up the Jinx. Morgana goes forward, but there's a Shen ultimate coming on in as well. Supermega Death Rocket is going to miss. The Hecarim doesn't have his ultimate. However, IE Orange has to run away. Miss Robinson stepping forward with a couple of rockets to see what she can do. Is doubtful. Jace is on in again, but the Hecarim, does he have the health to actually deal with it? No. Oh, how did the Jinx survive? The heal just enough to get her out. Lisa to be honey in a bit of trouble because the Yumi's untargetable, but the Shen has already taken down to the side. Now looking for Finn as well. He's got the taunt. Miss Robinson getting in position for one of those rockets, but no. Triple kill to the Shen. He says, you know what? I died top lane, but in bot lane, I'm gonna be a monster. Take 3 kills, and now we're gonna get some plates on the bottom turret.
That's gonna be huge for Five Finger Cactus Punch. The 3 kills and the shutdown, and Evelyn has lost her damage stacks on top of that. And they're gonna get this tower plating, that gold comparison lead that's gonna happen right now. Shen has about 4k gold, and Kled only has 3.5, so he's above him by about 500 gold now. And it looks like Hecarim's gonna go in on him here.
IE Orange might be in a little bit of trouble. Doubtful doesn't have too many slows, though. IE Orange has the minion wave. He's going to try to go back in. He's found the taunt. He's going to get a kill. He flashes, but he still gets taken down. I wondered if he would be able to escape that, but Hecarim ignited in him at the last possible second before falling, so it's still a 1-for-1 trade. There's an Ocean Drake up in 30 seconds, so once again, Five Finger Cactus Plant's positioning around that little bit more of an even game that we saw last game, as both teams sitting about that 18,500 gold. Evelyn back to the top side of the map, gonna charm up. I'm so cute. He gets knocked off the Scarlet. Evelyn keeps going forward. She's waiting for him to be low enough to actually execute. She's got that ultimate, but decides not to fight it until she returns back in, flashing on in. Execute doesn't actually take him down. Oh, is she gonna chase? No. So Kled gets out just barely, and he didn't even burn Flash. Impressive moves by I'm so cute.
And it looks like Ocean Drake's gonna be up here. And the advantage is going to be for Five Finger Cactus Punch because they have the vision where they have that vision. But it looks like Hecarim is doing it again. He's going in alone onto this dragon by himself with vision up. I don't know why he keeps doing this.
Morgana's got the dark binding. Now gonna get the chains as well. Doubtful breaks the chains for just a moment. The Azir is here, and now Lisa to be honey in a little bit of trouble, but goes golden. The Yumi's gonna come in, grab the heals. Supermega Death Rocket comes out. Final chapter. Trying to slow Morgana, but the Jinx now gonna be in trouble. Miss Robinson gonna drop his I'm so cute TPs in to go on a killing spree. And Five Finger Cactus Plants pull the punch too early, and they are going to lose not only 2 members of the Ocean Drake as well. Doubtful delayed that fight for so long.
Oh my god, I thought he was gonna die there, but Yumi came in and saved him with shield heals over and over again to sustain not only the dragon, not only 1 member attacking him, but 3 people attacking him and a dragon. Wow, Forbidden really rotating up nice, smooth heals and sustaining Hecarim to win that dragon and put it in the pocket for the side of Asian invasion. Definitely an invasion happening there from the Hecarim saying, you know what, you killed me once, I'm gonna bait you in and think I'm making the same choice, but it's all a trick. You're all gonna die, and we're gonna get that ocean.
Team collapsed faster, and what was 1 person sitting in the dragon pit just felt like there were people crawling out of the walls as everyone showed up and found those kills. And you cannot leave this Jinx alone. She is a hyper carry. Excuse me, but she needs those shields from the Morgana and the CC as well to keep people off of just chasing her down like that Kled did. Shen actually cancels that recall on the top side. Maybe looking for a play on Kled. He's going to try to go in solo. Kled doesn't have the Scarl up just yet. He should be able to get that courage, though. Back up very shortly. Another about 2 auto attacks will do it. So Shen backs away. There is an Evelyn around the corner, though. Eric has that ultimate available, coming in just as those seconds tick down. So might find the execute onto the Kled. Can they charm him in time? He should still get the Scarl. There it is. That's the kill. Oh, hold on. No. He just gets knocked right off. Shen is still going to go forward. Hecarim charging on in, knocks the Evelyn backwards. She's going to have another charm up and available. She gets a big old shield, but it's not going to be enough as Shen was using that ultimate to try to save her. And now he might be in a little bit of trouble because Hecarim, excuse me, catching myself in my own throat. Doubtful on the run. Orange dashing forward. Got a little more damage. It's doubtful that the Hecarim's going to be able to escape this, but he's got a charge, and he makes his way out. All right, proving me wrong.
Doubtful really just getting out by the skin of his hairs every single time here. I'm just holding my breath like, is he going to live or going to die every team fight? Insane.
Well, there's a team fight on the bottom side as the Featherstorm comes out from the side. Miss Robinson in trouble, exhausted, and will drop again. They're going to find another kill over. Morgana be able to flash away for the moment. The Feathers are not going to be there. The minion. Oh, I thought those caster minions would actually have the last bit of damage to take Lee Sin to be honeyed down, but no, they do not. So the Morgana, back away a little bit further, Morgana. You are not safe standing next to that turret. There she goes, recalling. So a nice second kill over to Asian Invasion, and they are definitely fighting every single moment of this game.
Yeah, and since they were fighting every single moment of this game, they did not get very far behind with the Evelyn ganks. As you can see, they're about 2 gold lead now here, opposed to when Evelyn was around early game dominating the map, and it looks like the Shen.
But there's a Hecarim coming right back to the top side. The charm from the Evelyn going to come through, but it's not actually going to find the kill, and now the Hecarim charges on in. He's got the fear onto 2 members. Oh, another double kill over to Doubtful. Good plays there. And what started off very strong for 5-figure cactus plants in the jungle, Eriku has seen death after death after death. Now's that Magi is now completed, but no stacks on it. And every time the Evelyn goes in, it's not looking so hot. And with 2 turrets going over to Asian Invasion, while early game looked rough, they have definitely come back. They're starting up the Rift Herald as well.
Yeah, the thing is, Evelyn had to play extremely smart, be position reliant. Oh my goodness, here we go.
Gabriel in trouble, gonna be dropping low. The Zaya ignoring the Morgana, saying that's the target that I want. Take down the Cassiopeia. This should be the mid lane turret as well. And this is the aggression after aggression after aggression. There's almost no breathing room for 5-figure cactus plants because Asian Invasion suddenly shows up in another lane. They're invading every single lane. They're gonna be going in for Miss Robinson as well. With missing that Sand Soldier, they're actually gonna back away. The Azir doesn't have his Emperor's Divide up and available. They're gonna keep sieging onto the turret, clegging a little bit of damage, Shen taunting over the wall, but that is the Hecarim spawning the Rift Herald over to the side, unseen, gonna be able to drop that. Root comes through from the final chapter onto IE Orange, and Kled dashing on in. He's underneath 2 turrets. Scarl will be dropped, and so will he, but they get themselves that 2nd-tier turret. I don't think Shelly will be able to jump onto that next turret, and 5-figure cactus plants play a little bit defensively for a moment. They are with a Azir turret they'd have to play into if they went forward any further. They're going to play back, though. So it is now 4 turrets to 0 and a nice 6,000 gold lead for Asian Invasion.
Yeah, definitely a huge lead there. They popped that Herald. Hecarim got the Herald so quickly that wow, shutdown.
Good shutdown from the Evelyn, plus all the assists during that fight as Evelyn was just kind of sticking around, getting a little bit of poke here, a little bit of poke there, means that she's got those 8 stacks now on that Magi Soul Stealer. So getting back into the game just a little bit. Morgana, do you have a Dark Binding for the Zaya? It will whiff right past the Yuumi.
Yeah, and it looks like they're setting up here for this Infernal that just come up. That means they're going to have 2 Infernals here for the side of 5-Finger Cactus Punch. And that's going to be huge for them. That's going to be really nice on the Evelyn, especially now that she has 8 stacks back on the Magi's. She's back in the game, doing a little bit more damage. And the 2 Infernals is going to give that bonus AP, bonus 80 to the Jinx, Morgana, and just everybody on the team for that extra damage here. And the goal difference is just very slight 4k gold difference still in between Asian Invasion and Five Finger Cactus Punch, with Asian Invasion slightly ahead by that, and have one Drake on the board. That is not a very huge lead, so this could be anyone's game still. And if we look down at the map, we could see look down and see where the kills have been spread around. It looks like for Asian Invasion, they've spread around more equally among members. And that's going to be a huge difference because there's 3 kills on Zaya opposed to Jinx having 5 assists. That's going to give more item build potential for Zaya and more damage potential, as well as Hecarim has 4 kills and Kled has 3. And 5 kills are on Shen, 4 kills are on Evelyn, and that's about it. All the kills are on the tank and 1 carry, opposed to Asian Invasion where it's spread out evenly, so they have the gold throughout all the team members to get that lead.
Yeah, we'll see if, though, that gold on the Shen can save him. He's going to dash for a little bit. However, as tanky as he is, I think he's still going to be going down. Doesn't have flash to be able to get over the wall. The cooldown not quite there yet, and his team actually abandons him to the members of the Kled in the Hecarim, chasing him down. So Doubtful will help I'm So Cute pick up yet another kill. And just as you said, that evenness of their gold, the evenness of their spread across the team means that they aren't as reliant on individual members. If Five Finger Cactus Plants don't have that tank up, if they don't have the assassin picking somebody off, they're going to be in trouble. It still is going to be a little bit before the Jinx truly comes online. Now, I completely agree with what you said, though, about 4k gold difference between 2 teams is actually a little bit big at the 19, nearly 20-minute mark in the game, but with 2 Infernal Drakes, that will boost your stats on the smaller items enough that it does make the game still fairly even between the 2. Pursuer going to be slowed by the Petrify. However, are they actually going to find the kill? Eriku jumping forward. He's going to be able to get the charm. This should be a kill, and accidentally ult through the Emperor's Divide. Beautiful play. I'm So Cute pushing into the top lane turret. There is a Shen and a Jinx here. Miss Robinson needs to play very safe. Cannot afford to die more as Doubtful comes charging on in. IE Orange tries to get the taunt. He's going to charge on in, get the fear onto 2 members. The Xayah is here, has the Yuumi as well. There should be another death onto the Shen. He drops, so they're going to focus on Miss Robinson underneath the turret as well. No, they recollect and group for the turret itself. Is Lisa to be Honey going to show up? Dark Binding's only going to land onto a minion as well. Yuumi still getting those heals off for I'm So Cute. Prowling Projectile, not going to chase. And so Five Finger Cactus Plants lose the Shen for a 5th time this game.
Yeah, and the thing about early game, yes, Shen was a monster, but that 5 kills on the tank is not really doing them very well, as Shen isn't going to scale as well as it can. And that is what happens right there. We have scaling champions on Asian Invasion, and they were slightly behind, but now they are ahead and playing stronger and have the advantage to go in and have confidence in fighting and doing damage in their pocket.
Well, and they're using the collapse of their composition so well. The Kled to get the initial charge off, the Hecarim to get the fear, and then he's pushing members into the awaiting arms of the Xayah and the Yuumi. Now, Xayah herself, not an incredibly fast champion, but when you pair it with the slows of the Yuumi, that's the opportunity for them to kind of keep setting up, get the slow with the Prowling Projectile, get the root with the Xayah Feathers, repeat, repeat, repeat. And so these fights from Five Finger Cactus Plants, where they kind of have a bit more of a pick composition, are not working out for them because now the Evelyn is gone. The charge damage is just insane. The Azir picks up yet another one for 1 and 2. And while the kills may be close, this game is starting to feel like it's completely controlled by Asian Invasion.
Yeah, and like I said, in Champ Select, I was looking to see a combo like that. Hecarim did not pick Ghost because you can get that. It can go in harder and have the Kled come in, and they did the combo perfectly with Hecarim, Yuumi, and Kled, and looks like it's going to be a really interesting Baron Pit fight happening here.
And they seal it away. The Hecarim is able to grab the Baron for the side of Asian Invasion. Morgana goes in, but she can't actually get shielded and go gold before going down. So the charge in from Hecarim. This should be a complete wipe by the side of Asian Invasion. They almost get to the ace. Gabrielle fleeing the scene way before the members of Asian Invasion can jump on her. So 2 members of Five Finger Cactus Plants alone to defend the mid lane and top lane with Baron minions pushing in. Okay, Gabriel, good attempt. I will give you 2 points of credit for that. I'm not going to say what system those 2 points are on. Eriku, this is the problem with a late game Evelyn if she isn't snowballing. The Bajais has been reset back to 2. She needs to be able to jump in and execute 1 member, but when the enemy team is grouped up hard, pushing your Nexus turrets, who are you going to jump on?
Yeah, and not only that, but she had to reduce as many deaths as she and gain as many kills as possible if she was going to go that build. And it's just not working out for her. And that's going to give Asian Invasion a second Ocean Drake. On top of that, a 9k gold lead. Much huger gold lead now. They have 5 turrets, and Five Finger Cactus Punch only has 0 turrets. Only 0 turrets, not a big deal. They still could get some in the game. They do have the 2 Infernals. And if we look at the gold comparison happening on the map, Evelyn with about 8.7k gold collected, and Hecarim with a whopping 10k gold in his pockets alone. And if we look, Cassiopeia really farming up to keep up with Azir, not too far behind. Azir has 10k because he did pick up 4 kills. She's about 8k in gold in pocket, so she can still keep in the game with that CS that she's having. As far as the comparison goes with the Shen and the Kled, Kled has about 2k gold above Shen now, and interesting to see that considering Shen was so ahead of him.
Yeah, Shen had a good early lead, but then just kept getting caught out again and again by the Hecarim continuing to jump on, and we've got the double charge, the Kled and the Hecarim that's pretty hard to get out of. So, Five Finger Cactus Plants, they do still have a slim silver lining hope, and that is off of the late game Cassiopeia and Jinx. Both are hyperscaling champions, both can do demonstrative damage late game with double Infernals. They're going to be looking for the Kled, they've got the Petrify on him, however he's going to be jumping out with that Scarl being reset, but he's still going to fall. Good kill picked up, and those are the CC chains. You get the Petrify, hop him off the Scarl, and then you have the Jinx to land the not the Bear Trap on the rope, that's actually Kled's damage. It's the skill. It's the Flame Chompers. I had to get that out. Flame Chompers to catch him on his way out. So they get one back, but they're still playing defensively around the mid lane turret. They're going to have to continue to hold against the Baron buff for a little bit longer. There's about another 30 seconds on it. And with the wave clear that this Jinx, now 2 items and Runehan's Hurricane completed, they should be able to actually hold this at least for a little bit longer.
Yeah, and the thing about Jinx finally getting those 2 items, she's going to be able to start to scale. And if she gets 1 kill in the fight, that's going to pop her passive and make her really unstoppable and mobile in team fights. And that's going to be scary if she can accomplish that. And it looks like she attempted to that last round. Can she do it again? Oh, there's the Shen going in. He's found the charm under 1, but the turret is already gone. So now they have to defend the inhibitor because Hecarim's hopped to the backline. He found the Jinx. The Morgana and Shen quick to follow as well. Eriku's got nothing. Gabriel is trying to get back to the fountain. It's good damage, and actually is able to pick up the Hecarim with the help of the turret. They're looking for Forbidden as well. Should be able to pick up 2 members as Yubi was joined with that Hecarim, went a little bit too deep, but in middle inhibitor gone. No mini wave here just yet. The Baron falling off. That was the last possible second for Asian Invasion to make a play before the Baron went down. But now Gabriel left alone to try to defend the Azir. Going to be jumping forward. He's got the Emperor's Divide to knock her backwards. However, they got to deal with the turrets. Gabriel dropping incredibly low, and the turret shot might actually take Klexo out, and that will. So they get 1 more kill back, and the minion wave is left with a excuse me, apologize. Right, brain pause for a moment as I was trying to find the name for the cannon minion. And now Shen actually TPing on and gets a flash shot onto Pursuer. He's all alone at the moment. So bring a death marker from Jinx finds him, and actually she gets the excited now so she can step forward and look for I'm So Cute. This might be Five Finger Cactus Plants finding a very delayed ace. They're going to be able to take down the Kled as well. All shutdown gold gone from both teams. But the game is still not even because it is a 9,000 gold lead. The Asian Invasion still have an open inhibitor into the mid lane. Five Finger Cactus Plants in trouble, but they've found a lot of gold back. And not only that, all of that shutdown gold, if I'm not mistaken, has gone on to the Jinx as she picked up 3 kills, shutdown gold, and now she's starting to scale. They picked up a turret here, and they're going to be rotating for a 3rd Infernal to try and set this up here, but it looks like Hecarim is going to farm, and Asian Invasion really playing aggressive. One of the most aggressive teams I've seen play in a while going to come in here, and I just expect them to go all in, all out like they have been all game to see if they can stop them from getting this Infernal. Interesting to see Shen and Morgana backing and resetting with the timer being 30 seconds. I think they're just going to reset, try and buy some items, and rush back in here, giving Asian Invasion the slight advantage now, having the pit control.
Yeah, the priority right now is for Asian Invasion around that Infernal Drake. However, a couple of them members are going to go ahead and reset as well. But when looking at that gold graph, Jinx was sitting on 2,100 gold. That's definitely not worth sitting in your inventory because it doesn't give you any of those stats. Was able to pick up that Zeal, and so has a little bit of extra attack speed. You can see starting to deal some serious damage, clear out those waves. Good clean there. So now both teams should be looking for maybe a 5v3 fight around the Infernal Drake because two members, the Azir and the Kled, are actually on the Baron. They've started it up. They're trying to duo it as the rest of the team is going to be around the Infernal Drake. 5-figure Cactus Plants do not know that this Baron is happening. So as long as Asian Invasion's bottom three members can stall this fight out around the Infernal, they should be able to pick up the Baron without anybody knowing.
Wow, sneaky, invading the Baron pit. Azir and Kled soloing that as they're contesting for this Infernal here.
Now the Infernal going to be started up by Fire Cactus Plants. They know they've got only one thing to do is try to take the Infernal, and maybe they can take the fight as well. But the attacker I'm going to charge on in. He's got himself the Cassiopeia. Jinx, the only member that can maybe do something. She's going to heal, but Doubtful is already on her. Doubtful being the absolute monster this game. Triple kill over for the Xayah as well. I Eat Orange was looking to maybe go in with an ultimate, but didn't get the actual ult off, considering that the person he was ulting to died before he was able to actually arrive. Quadra kill for the Xayah. That should be the game for Asian Invasion, and fantastic style at the end. What control?
Yeah, Asian Invasion keeping control of this game and just being really aggressive, being confident, and even making really high risk, high reward plays, diving into this turrets, even though they're willing to take damage from the turrets, they're willing to die to turrets to get those trades, and they calculate the risk and the rewards, and that just helped them win the victory there for that game.
Yeah,
They're
was
a very
beautiful.
high risk, high reward team. It's definitely really nice to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially that last play where they had those two members, the Azir and the Kled, taking away the Baron. They'd already cleared vision around it, so they knew that Five-Finger Cactus Plants did not know that that was happening. And they kind of waited, said, all right, where is Five-Finger Cactus Plants after this reset going to go? And then huge credit to the Hecarim, the Yuumi, and the Xayah, playing just aggressive enough. The Five-Finger Cactus Plants were like, oh, wait. Are they going to fight us? Are they going to let us get the Infernal? What are they going to do? The question that I have for Five-Figure Cactus Plants was, why not go in? Now, I know that some of the key is you want to know where people are before you actually fight. They're saying maybe the Azir is going to show up in the top lane split pushing, or the Kled will show up in the bottom lane split pushing, and then we'll fight this out. They could pop out of the jungle with no vision at any time, and so that is a big risk. But when you're behind, when you're the team that is trying to fight for a potential Infernal Drake, sometimes you have to make those risky plays.
And they weren't even that behind, and they could have won. They were even for the longest time. They just didn't do the pressure. They didn't capitalize. They didn't do high risk reward plays because, honestly, a lot of teams don't play high risk, high reward plays like Asian Invasion was that round. So I'm not sure if they even expected that, and we're trying to slow down the game, play safe, catch up, and get that lead. If we look on the boards, right until that last team fight before the game ended, Jinx and Xayah were pretty much even in gold, even though the KDA is slightly different. The CS was different, and that's what gave them the evenness. So Jinx had that potential to carry, had that potential damage, was even with Xayah, but Xayah still came on top with 9 and 2 and 10. So Jinx could have used more of an advantage to go in, but she just couldn't. She needed that aggression to come in, and the only way they can do engages was with the Shen, because they only have the Shen engage, they only have Shen tank, and they only have the Cassiopeia ulti that was working for them. They had to wait for an assassination from the Evelynn, and that just wasn't coordinating well that round.
Alright, and with that victory, Asian Invasion puts their foot on the gas pedal, they slam it to the floor, and they never let up. Similar to Why Are You Running did in game number 1. We'll see if they can find the same level of aggression and success in their game 3 finals against Sway GG, who won out against Why Are You Running, and that is super exciting because I need to check the stats and see what Why Are You Running actually ran as a composition into Sway GG, because if Sway GG has a response to the hyper aggression and they know how to play around it, they might be the team looking for the second heavyweight champion spot for themselves. Super excited to see these two teams clash. We do have a third place game going on between Why Are You Running and Five Finger Cactus Plants coming up, so we'll update you on that as well. We're not going to stream it, but it'll be going behind the scenes. We'll let you know who actually wins out. But for now, we're going to take a very quick break and welcome Asian Invasion back for game number 3 versus Sway GG. I am super hyped that Sway GG is back in finals.